Now this is part B. All questions are compulsory and there are internal choices. We'll talk about that. Sarvesh, a student of class 10, is not able to understand the difference between web client and web server. Help in understanding the same by explaining their role. So we have to find out the difference here. So you need to make him understand by explaining their role and giving suitable example of each. So web client and web server. So basically, on internet, what is client, what is server, you have to explain. So let me just clear it first. Okay. Web client, whenever you open a web browser or anything on internet with certain application, for example, you open your Google Chrome, say you open Firefox, this is your web browser, these are your web browser. Now even in web, with all the protocols which are running, WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger, all these chatting applications, chatting programs, so when you open this, these are the web client, because these are the application that requests for services from a web server. Web server, they are requesting from web server. These web browser are asking something from web server. So you can just say that web browser and chatting application, these are web client. When you open this google.com, so whatever is coming here in the client has come from some server and it is shown to you. Now what is web server? No, it might be clear now. So now web browser was asking something from someone. So web client is asking from whom? From web server, right? See, if you have opened Google or say some Google Gmail or WhatsApp, you're not only the user. There are multiple hundreds, lakhs and millions of users. I'll just give an example. See, you are watching a YouTube video, but at that time, multiple people are watching that video at the same time. Who is going to take care of that? Who is going to take care of the concurrency? Who is providing you the service? Who is streaming that service? All those things are done. They are all protocols it is using, all network configuration, this providing of these services is done by the web server. So web server is a software that serves the request made by web clients. For example, Apache server. So this server is basically serving the client. Client is expecting something, asking something, or whatever it requires from the server. Write the full form of CC and BCC used in email communication and the difference between them. So let me start with an example. You opened a Gmail or Yahoo Mail or any mail. That is, you open something to send. Whenever you open, you will get two. That is, you are going to write the recipient address. For example, we are trying to send it to Sarvesh. Sarvesh@gmail.com, for example. Now, so when you open this, you will write your content, some hello, how are you, or some formal email. I'm just trying to explain you that this is the point where you are going to write. There is a send button, you will send it. But you are sending it to whom? Sarvesh. Now you want to send it to someone else also. For example, you are trying to send it to Swati also. Swati@gmail.com. So Sarvesh, and he is Sarvesh and she is Swati. Sarvesh and Swati, when you send the mail, they both will be able to see it because you have put Swati's name in CC. So you have sent a carbon copy of Sarvesh mail to Swati. Now coming to BCC. Now you want to send it to Sarvesh. You want to send the same mail to Swati, but you don't want that Sarvesh should see Swati and Swati should see Sarvesh. That is, now you change this. You don't write Swati here, But now your name, the email will be put in the BCC text box. Now to Sarvesh and now BCC is Swati. Now when you send the same mail, the same mail will go to both of these recipients, but Sarvesh and Swati won't be able to know each other that this mail is also sent to the other person. That is it. That is why it is called as blind carbon copy. Blind carbon copy. They both will not be able to see who else has got this email. So you can have multiple names here. This is not just one name. Even in 2CC, BCC, you can have multiple names. So carbon copy, CC, every recipient can check who else has received the mail. This is every recipient will know who else has got this mail. And blind carbon copy, BCC, means no recipient can check or know who else has received the same mail. It has been sent to number of recipients, but no one can see each other. What is the use of sub and sup tag? Explain these suitable example with this suitable example. Now one example is given here. Now let me write something else. You want to write, say, x square. Now this 2 is x raised 2. This is the raised power. X cube you want to write. X raised half you want to write. How you are going to write this? You will write x. Then you will write SUP, superscript. Superscript here. Because you want to raise that content to the power of x. So when you put sup, this half will be on the power of x. So x raised half will be the answer. Now we have H2SO4. How to do this? Now 2 and 4 here are the subscript. They are subscript. So now H, now you want 2 in the subscript form. So now you will write SUB, subscript, subscript. Then SO, then again subscript. O after O, subscript, and after that you will write 4. SUB, then you write 4. Okay, not 2, 4. Let me just show it that this is 4 you are going to write. SO2, SO4, whatever you write. I'll give you this example which they have given. A square is A sub 2, CO2 is CO, and CO after that sub. And sub and sup you have to close it also. They are container tags. Sunil wants to insert an image, e-learning JPG, into a web page. Write the name and the syntax of the HTML tag she should use. The alternate text for the image should be e-learning image. For that, what we'll do? The answer is in front of you, but these are different ways you have to write, because these are 2 questions being asked, not 1 question. So you have to write the answer of each of the part. You cannot just combine them. Then only you will get the whole marks, full marks. So you have to write the name of the tag, that is the image tag, IMG, that is the image tag, name of the tag. And then the other part of the question is asking syntax of tag. For that you will write IMG, then you are going to write SRC. SRC is coming from where? The path you have to see. This image, we assume that it is in the same folder where the web page is. So you have elearning.jpg, you are going to write here. Now alternate text you have to write. They have also given alternate text. So ALT, and then you have to write whole of the thing. You have to write SRC elearning.jpg here. And if there is some path, then you have to specify the path also, because in the question it is not being given. So we are just writing the image name. Then ALT, alt. In this alternate, you are going to give what? See, you are not only using this or doing the HTML. You have to do what? You have jQuery, JavaScript. So you have to handle this image in multiple ways. For that, you need a name for this image also. For that, we will write alt as say e-learning image. Now, whenever this e-learning image will be handled, the image will automatically be handled. Define the following: intellectual property rights and plagiarism. So you have to give the answer of both of these. So intellectual property right is what? Rights given to creators for creations or creation of their minds. So now see, there is a person. Now he has certain idea. Everyone has good ideas. So he has certain ideas. Now you have this idea and you gave it to somebody else, or you told it to somebody else. Now this idea belongs to you. Now someone else who got the idea, he started using it and he made money. That is, your intellectual property right had been, say, stolen by this other person. So if you take patent or you do copyright of this idea, if you have some idea, some music, some video, some content, you have taken patent or copyright. Now this idea cannot be stolen by anybody else, because it is now your copyright, it is your patent, it is your intellectual property. So you have a right on it. Okay, if somebody wants to steal it or happen to steal it, you can take him to the court, because IPR and patent and everything is with you. Now, see, if somebody is stealing, trying to steal this IPR or intellectual property right is giving you the right that this is the intellectual, that is, intellectual means coming from mind. Intellect means mind, logic, dimag. It is coming from that. No one else can steal it or use it or misuse it or make money from it. Okay. Coming to plagiarism. What is this plagiarism? Sometimes people call it as plagiarism also. It's plagiarism basically. So now you wrote something. Okay, you put a lot of effort and you made a content, writing and putting all your hard time. Now someone actually copied the content. That is, for example, you wrote a thesis, you wrote a project, something you have written, and someone else has copied the same content. He has written the same thesis on your subject and same content they have stolen. So this is plagiarism. Means this is about ideas and words. So taking credit of ideas and words of another person. That is, you are not even giving him proper credit, but you are using it. And this is mainly more for words, for content which is written material like theses, like the project reports, like this. Now this is the or, okay, this will come in or. Either you do that thing or this thing, but you need to know everything right now, because we are knowing everything now. What is e-commerce? Right, I need 2 preventive measures to taken for secure online transaction. E-commerce means what? See, you will start from your home. Your mother will say, okay, get me this thing. You will take your bike or a scooter and you will go and you will buy it and you will bring it back from nearby grocery shop or any shop you want. Now people are doing what? You have to open just an app, type, you will get multiple options. You will go add it to the cart and just pay. That means at your home only you are getting, after paying after some day, you'll get the delivery. That is, you are not going anywhere, you're not interacting with anyone, and you are getting discount and everything on this app and you are just buying it. This is e-commerce. And this is not also only buying, it's about selling also. So if you are buying, somebody is selling also. So buying and selling of goods on the internet is e-commerce. E-commerce is electronic commerce. That is trade, buying, selling through internet. See, now when you are working on internet, you are paying, you are using internet. So there are people, if somebody has made internet, there are people who can break it also. They are crackers also. They are fraudulent people. So there are certain preventive measures for your secure online transaction. First of all, you don't need to share OTP. Previously there was no OTP. This OTP is one more check. Okay, you have entered credit card or some detail. Now this OTP will come on your registered mobile, and then only the transaction will succeed. So don't tell this OTP to anyone. People are cloning the mobile, they are cloning the numbers. So there are so many ways they are trying to hack or get your stuff. And before making any online payment, you need to make sure that the website is not HTTP but HTTPS. For example, if you open www.pnb.com, that is the bank website, username password will come and you will just enter and it will be wrong, and you'll see, oh, what will happen? This website means this page will go and actual page will come of PNB. So this is phishing, because you have already entered the username password and it will go to the hacker. It will go to the wrong person, and now the PNB website will come. So this is phishing. So there are so many things which are happening on internet. You need to be very sure while you are dealing. Don't share anything and check where you are paying. Shalini, a web designer, wants to create a web page to display a list where each number is listed by number. Which type of list she should use? Explain the role of start and type attribute. First of all, Shalini is a web designer. Now she wants to have this 1, 2, 3, 4, that is the ordered list, A, B, C, D. Let us assume A, B, C, D is what she wants to sell or number or catalog. Now she wants numbering, she wants order. That's why we are going to use the ordered list. Ordered list, because in unordered list this will come. Some round, some square shape, it will come. Ordered list, first answer is ordered list. Now the second part, explain the role of start and type attribute. So whenever you have the OL, that is ordered list, this OL is the tag used for it. OL is the tag. Now when you have this OL tag, it will be by default 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you want to change it. You just want to start with, say, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's always not 1, 2, 3, 4. You want to start with 5, 6, 7, 8. So you'll give here start and then 5. So this specifies the start value of an ordered list. So now the list will start from 5 rather than 1. Now you want type attribute, that is you want not 1, 2, 3, you want Roman. So you'll give type, by default 1, 2, 3 will come. But you want to change it, you want to show it in Roman. So type equals to I if you give, so it will come in Roman. Okay. This is specifies the type of the list item marker. OL also you have to close. It's a container tag, and then you have li here. Li is also container tag, so A, B, C, D will come. 4 times you have to write li, 4 times you have to write li with a forward slash. Okay. So this is the answer. And even if you write the content which is provided here, it will be okay. You'll get full marks. What are the roles of row span and call span attribute? Explain with suitable HTML example. So here is the example which is given by the Cbse. So row span. So we have a table here. Now these are the rows. Now you want to increase the rows. So row, if you want to increase the row, how many rows you want to have a content? If I add one more, so assume it to be a row, so we have combined the row. When you combine the row, this last block which I made is the combined row. That is row span. How about call span? Now how many cells you need to combine horizontally? So if you see the below one, these are 2 columns which have been combined. Upper one were 2, but these 2 are combined in the lower part. That is the call span. So row span is combining the cells vertically. Call span means combining the cells horizontally. Okay. Now you'll understand it better with this example. So this is the table we are starting. We are having a TR and TR. TR means table row. It's table row. So this is about the row. So one row at a time. Then the second row. This is about the second row of a table. So let us start the table with first row. So how many columns are there? 4 columns in this example. There are 4 columns and there are 2 rows. 4 columns, 2 rows. In this example, it is 4 column, 2 row. So we'll make the first row, because TR and slash TR is about first row. Then the second row will come later. Now the first thing is, now you have to have data inside. So every block or every cell will have data. First is TD. So first cell will have row 1, column 1. So this is TD. First cell is finished. Coming to second one. Now TD, call span equals 2. It is saying call span equals 2. So the column has to be 2. So assume that these are 2 columns. I just dotted it just to let you know that these 2 columns we have to use. Both of the column you have to use because the column span is 2. So there are 2 columns. Dotted line shows there are two columns, but actually these 2 will be combined. They will be merged. So it will be row 1, column 2 and column 3. So column 2 you have used and column 3 you have used and combined it because the column span is 2. So second data is also complete. Now coming to the third, row span is 2. Now row span 2, you have row 1 and 2 and column 4. So row 1 and 2, so here 2 rows will be used. Second row we haven't made yet. So this is column 1, column 2, column 3, column 4. So you have to use column 4. First thing we have done, column span 2 we have combined. 2 column we have combined. That is horizontally we have combined. Now row span should be vertical. So you have to take this one also. You have to take this one also, the below one. Because the row to second row also content you have to, the cell you have to take. So now this whole will be row 1 and 2 column 4. Row 1 and row 2 and column 4. So let me just make it. This will be in both the rows. Now row 2 is this one. We haven't made it yet. But already row span when it becomes 2, we will take this and combine this. So this whole will be 1. Now coming to the second row. Now second row will start. First cell will be what? Row 2 column 1. This is row 2 column 1. So row 2 column 1. Then coming to this one TD, row 2 column 2, row 2 column 2, row 2 column 2, write it here. And then we have the third one, which is what? Row 2 column 3. See, you don't have to worry about column 4 because column 4 was already taken. So let me make it final that how it's going to be seen, this example. So this will be like this. Here and this one and this. So this will be row 1, column 1. This whole will be row 1, column 2 and 3. This will be row 1, 2 and column 4. This is going to be row 2, column 1. This will be row 2, column 2. This will be row 2 and column 3. This is row 1, row 2. So this is how you have to do this. So we combined column span. So two columns are combined. In the row span, 2 rows are combined. Okay, so this question we are going to take in the next discussion. Till then, thank you so much and take care of yourself.